Welcome back to another Fairytale Fables game. Looking like we're choosing between Demeter, Pig Entrepreneur, Merlin the Mage, and Daedalus. I think I gotta play some Daedalus. Oh, I've been waiting for some... I've been waiting for Daedalus. Oh, it's gonna be the rest of your life if you hang out around here. The first time I saw the name Daedalus, it showed up in my head in Christopher Walken's voice, and so now from now on, every time I read this hero, all I ever think is Daedalus. Yo, G-Fish, thank you for the 3 months. Unfortunately, due to my bad jokes, I fear that may be the last month, but... Daedalus is good. You have +1 treasure slot forever, which means if you are to swap heroes, you keep all 4 treasure slots. You do not lose one. If you ever have a chance to swap heroes and swap into Daedalus, you get the extra treasure slot, and then you can swap out, and you can keep that extra. So if at any point during the game you are Daedalus, you get a 4th treasure slot, and you just have that for the rest of the game. So that first turn wasn't too fancy. I saw the extra gold, and I knew there were 1-cost items, and I knew there was a 2-cost item in the shop, and I was rolling hoping that I could save, because right now I save 2 gold, right? This is worth 1, the unit's worth 1. So I managed to take my first 2 gold and save both of them, which is pretty sweet. Weirdly, just my tendency to want to save cheap items to save money makes me interested in dwarfy, because I typically have a few items floating around. This is like a 5-4. It trades with anything, but it should fully trade with a cat that doesn't have a support behind it, you know? Solid unit. Timbo, wait! The bot seems confused. I want to see the Timbo, thank you for the sub. I want to see the... I want to read the months. Where's my notification? Timbo, the notification will come in here sometime in the next 45 seconds, and I will thank you again. But thank you. Bam, bam. All right, we tie. Very often when you see an apprentice owl and a free roll together, you're kind of tempted, but I don't know that that's what I care about. I can pick up this pair of... Timbo, thank you for the 10 months. Hi ho! Timbo, tell me you sub just to get the hi ho emote again. Oh, well, again, it's brand new. Tell me that's why. With that sub message, you got to be wanting that hi ho emote. Come on. Core, hello, hello. Got him. That's why you set up a hi-ho emote. If anybody out there is new to streaming, you do it for the subs. You set up the hi-ho emote, draws in the subs every time. Timbo, thank you. G-Fish, thank you again. Well, I am just generically buying tempo things right now. I saved up as much money through, like, grabbing an extra item through odd intervals as I possibly could. So right now, going into level 3, I've actually got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold on the bench that I could just sell for stuff. It's good. You do kind of, through what you buy and save, build up a bit of an economy, and it's kind of important to do that, in my opinion. Happy for the devs in the community that this is up and rolling. Good to see some familiar faces in the leaderboard. Can we pause for a second? Something I was tripping out with Kiviol about last night. Kiviol actually gave me the perspective because I hadn't really thought about it. But can we pause for a second and recognize that there wasn't a single severity 1 issue in the first 24 hours? There was no major outage on the soft launch. You know how wild that is? That nothing broke catastrophically on day 1 on the soft launch? Like, nothing. It was fine. The servers were fine. Now, there were some bugs, yeah. But it wasn't that there was no, like, just full on everything's down. Well, I guess I'm playing Dwarves again. And I kind of knew I was lining up that way when I started collecting all these cheap items, but I think I just finally admitted it to myself. I want to spend my money efficiently, but I think I just trade the frog out for this right now. You know, 1-cost items are important enough for this strat that I'll just save 1. Who wants... You definitely want to be buffed, because I don't want you getting popped combat shenanigans, and I think I want all y'all on the back line so that Ori has the best chance of attacking. All right, well, Timbo, if you miss dwarves, I just lined up for a dwarf game here. I know I had one posted yesterday to YouTube, so there is a dwarf game already on my YouTube channel. But If I have a solid dwarf game here, I'm definitely going to throw up another dwarf game. Dwarves are really strong in this game. You just got to get the right stuff and build into it the right way. But if you do, one cost items are a big key early to not losing a bunch of rounds while you're building it. The dwarves themselves are not terribly important. However, dwarfy is just generically big once you have enough items saved up. Consti is not terribly important, but Consti is the best vampire dagger carrier. I don't have a vampire dagger yet, but if I were to get one, it would be good. But we definitely always want to prioritize grabbing an extra item. Want to protect Ori as best as I can. Just need 31 items. I mean, if I could get it, I'd take it. Yeah. If you're not in the Discord already, Bam just sent the link. If anybody is out there and curious about how do I get to play this game? If you wanted to play this game, you could go to that Discord and you could be playing this game right now. Well, you know, after a brief download, but you could go to that Discord, get yourself a Steam key, download this sucker on Steam, fire it up. You could be in the game within 5 minutes. Remember that joke I made earlier? Yeah. This is the best joke of all time, Bam. How could I ever forget? We'll see if I quote-unquote get there, but I had the right kind of start. Oh yeah, I said I would leave it on default fight speed for right now. Probably at least until the weekend. You can even play it on your phone or Android device. Oh, your iPhone or Android device. All right, I need to get resituated here. I got to get in the right mindset for Dwarfin. Well, you know, it's level 3, and this is a vampire dagger on a thing that I'm gonna do it. This will just be so it's getting 2 a turn, right? So on 4 it'll get another 6 stats, and on 5 it'll get another 6 stats. So by the time I hit level 6, it'll be a 15-15 dagger. I won't keep the Consti anymore because that won't be the most important dwarf anymore. I'll put it on something. I'll just give it a quick 15-15 stat buff. The daggers are good for Good Boy. If you haven't thought about that, Yuck actually was the first person to tell me because I hadn't thought about it. But if you get a dagger early and start charging it up early, and then you get to level 6 and you get that dog, you can just drop the dagger right on the dog. Like this one we talked about, it'll be 15-15 by level 6. If it were a blue dagger, it might get closer to 20-20. Yeah, just having a dog with a handful of extra stats right off the bat is pretty cool. I want another dwarf. I want another item. I want a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to err on the side of let's grab an item over. The cat box is stronger on the board for a fight, but an extra item is good considering I'm pretty dead set on dwarf from here. I don't want to lock this going into 4. There aren't a lot of 4s that I want, but there are experience spells on 4 that I want. So I'm going to look for that. I have a similar success story. Changed our build and test system from Windows to Linux last week. Not a single support issue yet? Whoa. No, that's you did some kind of dark ritual, friend. I don't know what you're doing in your free time, but you got Cthulhu on your side or something here? Because you incurred less chaos than you should have. There should have been some chaos or something like that. That's those events don't usually go smoothly. Let's grab another item for you. With dwarves, love pouches. Pouches you can start finding on level 4, and if you're playing dwarves and you get chances to pick up and hold on to pouches for later, always good to grab pouches. That said, now I gotta sell an item if I want to make this triple, because I will lose an item. I do want to make that triple though, but I don't have enough people to carry things anymore. Everybody's got something. I could buy that first, but I don't really want to buy and hold a crapper. Oh, they do stack. That's right. That's right. I don't have to sell them. I forgot. You used to kick them back to the shop. Yeah, no, this works just fine. Well, ice ring, playpen, magnifying glass, none of those really help. But 1 gold doesn't help, so +1 attack count's actually kind of valuable. Helps tie things a little bit more. I'll take it, but it's not good. Oh, I forgot to get an extra treasure when I first get this. I'll take a wishing fountain. People keep complaining about the new behavior as a bug. I feel like I'm cheating if I do it and I stack like a whole bunch of stuff on a smithy because I tripled it. It does feel kind of cheaty to me because I'm used to the old one. Like this right here feels a little cheaty to me, right? I get to save my extra item where normally I would have had to figure it out. Do I sell it? Now I'm floating a gold. Do I skip one of these treasures? You know. These two treasures aren't that great, and I would have preferred to have maybe got my hero power portion of you get an extra treasure on a higher tier treasure, but I just really wanted to start getting some stuff rolling, and I need to keep buying these dwarves. Plus, Dwarfy is just really good tempo early. Like, even this guy growing with the dagger now at 7/7 is smaller than the upgraded Dwarfy. Dwarfy gets pretty darn big. Leovold, this news just made your day. Did you just find out about the game, Leovold? And also, do you have it yet? And also, do you have any questions about how to get your hands on it? Oh, okay. I asked too many nested questions, so I have no idea which one specifically you're responding to, but yeah. If you don't have a key already, I can very easily let you know how to get one. If you do have a key already, I'm stoked you're stoked. Chicka down, chicka ow ow. Now. Alright, I'm not finding any of the pieces that I really want to find. Well, another Consteed be alright. I'll sell one item for a Consteed. This fool is just here to be a distraction. I have several distractors. I need some better stuff, but like, when you're playing dwarves, you don't really start getting strong until 5, and then you really get strong on 6, but your board is just kind of generic tempo-y stuff through level 4 for the most part. Like, this is a decent board. I might take a hit, but I'm not going to take a giant hit. Like, for comparison's sake, 12-22. Now, if there is a Juliet on this board, it's going to beat me. That 12-22 is more stats than I can tangle with. No Juliet. So it's all just going to come down to a bunch of generically, roughly equal size things bumping into one another. If there were a Juliet on that board, I lose that fight. But, you know, like, just having a 30-20 and now a 20-20. Oh, whoa. Oh, I've never been on, like, locked into scouting an opponent's board when it's transitioning into the combat phase. It was a little funky when it transitioned from the fight back into the shop. Interesting. I don't know. It's like an extra 2-3 over there, right? It is more efficient because, well, no, actually, it says your characters with items get plus 2-3, but if you look at the way this is working, that's a 3-3 item. Oh no, the math adds up. I don't know, I just really like Ori staying alive, so kind of no, Bam. I did that on purpose. It makes more sense then, but I kind of like Ori surviving as long as I can. Do want to do this to jump straight to 5. However, I can't afford a 5 if I do it, so it doesn't make a ton of sense, but it gives me a couple extra looks at Smithy, and right now Smithy is the most important thing I could find. Plus 1 extra XP. I do want to get to 6 relatively quickly. Well, okay. Smithy is worth selling another item for, as counterintuitive as that is. Because Smithy wants to be on here buffing all of my stuff immediately. All of a sudden, I want you to have one of those. Now my front line gets weaker, but Smithy is here. I will lock that. Now that I have 1 Smithy, if I could skip straight to 6, I'd be okay with that. I would be okay with that. You think you value item over 7/7? Yeah, I kind of want to see what the treasure is. Even though level 3 treasures suck, there is the anvil on 3 that gives you an extra item. Smithy buffs my items every turn, so I'll hover so you can read. I can carry 1 more item. It's a ranged character that can carry 1 more item, and then at the start of each fight, it gives every item he's carrying plus 2/2. So now these pouches are not 3/3s anymore, they're 5/5s. So Smithy, what happens is there's something that doubles the stats of your items, a dwarf called Multi later. So Smithy and Multi work together in that Smithy makes your items more valuable, and then Multi makes them much bigger. But Smithy is a key unit if you're playing dwarves. If you miss Smithy on 5, you're going to have a harder time making a convincing dwarf board. Smithy is maybe not the most important dwarf, but in my mind is the most important dwarf. Even more important because I can use Admiri or Multi, either one of them, to get extra stats once I get to 6. I do have to find one, if not both of them. You gotta have them. You definitely want them. You need them. Okay, now I get my double treasure. Weird Compass is so good. If you're sleeping on Weird Compass, I don't, like, for my playstyle, right, where I'm building into something and then I need a very specific thing, Weird Compass is so good. I'll take it over the Baby Mimic. I'm not too worried about death. I think I'm going to skip here because that'll give me a little extra gold if I can find another smithy. Because we're going to go to 6 next turn. Weird compasses. Oh! Alright. Alright. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. Neat. And there you have it. Level 5 dwarf board where things are going fairly well, and an upgraded smithy for level 6. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up. Oh, this is where I should play a little cheaty. One thing I'm lacking right now, 6 items is not enough items for a dwarf board. I sold off all my 1-cost items that weren't buffed so that I could fill out with the units that I needed, but now I need to buy every 1-cost item I see in the shop from here on out, which was the case before. Nothing has changed, but I'm a little light on items for what I want to be. The exploits feel bad? Not really. I don't know, putting 6 items on this smithy when I upgrade it, if I leave them all on there, feels like I'm cheating to me a little bit. Look at these smithies doing work. Yeah, it's gonna... So the upgraded one could only carry 4, right? Because it can only carry 2 plus the 2 pouches. But when I combine... Oh, I gotta take Baby Mimic. Where did I get that treasure from? Did I delay one? Oh no, the lock. I had a level 2 treasure that opened up into a level 3 treasure after 4 turns. This is the 4th turn apparently. Let's take the Baby Mimic because I'm about to make a level 5 treasure. Let's see if that's worth mimicking. Wow, not particularly. There are no boosters in dwarf. It's all entrance. Poison Apple could be okay, but the way my stats work out, I don't think it helps me trade much, right? Because my stuff is just big stuff bumping into you. And Silver Cross is kind of cool. I want to reroll. I want something better on my Mimic. I want to reroll. Nothing says Christmas quite like Weezer. You got it, Hydunia. What's up, Hydunia? I hope you're good. It's good to see you. We're level 6 now, so I want level 6 dwarf and cheap item. Level 6 dwarf, cheap item. I never ever actually play Tempe when I'm playing dwarves. Tempe can get real big, but usually I don't need the interim real big. You know what I mean? Like I just skip that part and I go straight to the real big when you get to level 6. If things are going my way. My board is strong enough that I don't think I need to actually fill this open slot. I think it would be better to hunt for really good stuff. That said, I will fill the open slot if I find an Ori. I'm looking more for characters than items. It's possible I've rolled by a 1-cost item that I should have maybe picked up, but okay, that's fine. I forget reroll exists. I've used it once, I think. My eyes just... Oh, yeah, reroll's good. Oh, you know, I should play that while I'm sitting here. I'll just ready up. So I feel like I'm taking advantage of this because Smithy could only be carrying 4 items right now, but Smithy's got 6 because they were all on Smithy when Smithy combined. Cheapest was 3. Okay. I don't really... I kind of need to spend my first chunks of 6 gold on 6-cost dwarves, but at the same time, I can't skip a 1-cost... The 2 things I need to do are at odds with one another, in my mind. I can't skip a 1-cost item. I can't spend any money on anything but a 6-cost dwarf. They're somewhat mutually exclusive. Now, that said, 1-cost items always sell back for 1, so if I need the leeway to sell it back to make, you know, some money amount later, I can do that. Doing laundry tonight? Just so we're all set up to go up north for Christmas tomorrow? Oh, you got a... Is it like a family thing you're doing? How doing you? Africa. Where are my expensive dwarfs? Not that. That's an expensive dwarf, but it's not one I ever intend to buy. Wow, I rolled a lot with a weird compass getting an extra 6 in the shop and not finding a multi, an Admiri, or a mirror fairy. Wow, that is such a luxury item for dwarves. It's so good. Legendary pouch. It's so good. Where is my stuff? Well, now that I'm down to 3, I'm going to buy a 2-cost item just to have an extra item on the board because it's good. It's good, man. Where? Oh, there's a... Oh, there's the shop. That's what I was looking for. Admiri, Mirror Fairy. I want to have a lot of extra money to buy extra stuff, and I don't have a lot of items for Admiri to work with, but it's still obviously amazing, so cool. Let's go. I think it's fun playing Dwarves on 6 where on 2 gold you may prioritize getting an open item slot in a garbage 2. Yeah, yeah. Got my mom and my sister with my family up there, so me and my daughter are going to celebrate with them and the cats. Aw, that's gonna be amazing, Hidunia. I hope you have a great time. That sounds amazing to me. Game's done. Wait, what? Yoy, 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 yoy. Well, I am not perfectly situated to be fighting that kind of board, and Smithy don't care. Smithy too big. Oh, you think I got it from here, Kiv? There are boards that can fight this stuff that I'm doing. Wow. The problem is you eventually replace this later, but I'm already ahead. This would be really decent, but I can't resist mimicking all the cash in the world. I can't resist mimicking. Holly's gold is one of my favorite treasures. I picked it like 100% of the time when it used to give 5 gold, I think. Close to 100% of the time. There are times where you're feeling a little puny and you feel like, okay, maybe I should be grabbing that right this second, but still. All right. Heart of the Caribbean. All right, I got to make sure that my positioning is okay in case Swift shows up, because I played a very distracted dwarf game yesterday and it triggered Swift several times. So I gotta be prepared in advance of Swift's potential arrival. Have my board positioned like I actually did it on purpose. All right, let's get a multi in play now too. Still need to get some good items, but this Admiri is giving 4/4 to every single dwarf for each item I own, which is 8. So my whole board gets a 32/32 buff. So each of these characters getting 32/32, and then the Mirror Fairy gets 2/3 of all of that, right? So 2/3 of 32/32 times 6. This is pretty cool. That is 8 gold. That's a lot of money. How far north is north? Guess what you guess that depends what you compare it to, but geographically about mid-Sweden. I mean, that's norther than where I am. That's north of Falco too. Germany is south of Sweden, if I had to if I had to pull up my mental map. That said, I'm not very good at geography, so that might not be true, but in my mental map, Germany is definitely south of Sweden. Falco, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. I don't know if that's exactly how you intended to have your greeting delivered today, but that was how I greeted you. Yes, Germany is south of Sweden. LOL. You want me to re-announce the tourney and announcements for all the newcomers? Oh, yeah, that'd be a good call, Kiv. That'd be a good call. Yeah. Yeah. Because the whole point of getting people in and getting keys given out yesterday so quickly was so that everybody who wanted to have a shot to be top 50 on the leaderboard and playing this thing had a shot to be top 50 on the leaderboard and playing this thing. Well, we take inexpensive items. Ori appears to be off, or Dwarfy. I always call Dwarfy Ori. I don't know why. But yeah, Dwarfy appears to be off the squad for now. Now that we have 2 mirror trees. They're not huge yet. Oh, I have the leeway to buy that. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. This is a luxury item I'm picking up. Ah, I can't put it on you. Now I actually have to stop cheating. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Oh, well. Oh, it recognized that it fit in the 2 slots. I see. Let's put the bigger item on you. What are these now? 3/3, 1919, 1916. This sword is large. How many stats does our friend actually... I don't have enough item slots to double check. I'm wondering how many permanent... Oh, 12/6. You can always hover over. So this only has 3 more turns of eating before it takes all of Smithy's stats. How far north are you, Court? Mid-Sweden. Court... Court's in the United States Pacific Northwest. Wait, no, that's not... I'm thinking Kiv. Hang on. Cor, are you actually mid-Sweden? Wait, no, I'm kidding. Now I'm just confusing myself. It's like when I was a kid and my dad called me his brother's name all the time. You know, he'd be calling me. Yeah, no, I'm definitely just mixed up Kiv and Cor in my gut reaction response there. Wait, Cor, are you actually mid-Sweden? That's cool. Howdy, Possum. I'm doing well. Hero Helix plus Tinkerbell plus Dwarves is fun, I found out. Well, I only have one thing to say to you about that, Possum. And then after I say that one thing, it's going to turn out that I lied. Because I actually have two things to say to you about that. And those are the two things I have to say. Also, I didn't spam the hi-ho emote, even though I'm playing Admiri. I mean, look at that. How am I not going to hi-ho when I got an Admiri? Also, I have 100 seconds to spend 24 money. What are you? Entrance? No, not important. What are you? Entrance? No, not important. Oh, you're important. What are you? Slay? Not important on this build. Alright, cheap items. I need them. Cheap items. I need them. I mean, it's going to be some similar concepts from here. I could do a 12 gold. Nah, I could have done an upgrade spell there. I was willing to sell two things to upgrade Admiri or something, you know. But I didn't hit it, so whatever. Cheap items, 6 cost dwarves, 6 cost mirror fairies. Double. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, what a shop. And an upgrader, too. Oh. All right, these are not as important as those. Don't want the treasure right now. Yeah, I do. Doodly-doo. I will take a pirate's safe. Next time you find a treasure, destroy this and get a much bigger treasure. I like that sort of mechanic in video games, personally. Then I guess I'm just buying a dog to save 2 gold because I want to buy the pouch and I want to buy the upgrade and I want to buy the Admiri and I don't really want to sell 4 to get to the Admiri right this second because I'm going to have, you know, like 25 gold next turn or something. I don't know if it's exactly 25, but it's, you know, it's something like that. I could leave 2 shields on the tree, but I'm going to have to move them at some point. Whatever. Love them. I'm glad. I stayed up a little later than I ought to have last night making just some silly emotes, some animated ones. Because I was having a good time. SNES! That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Not necessarily because of you, because I haven't been streaming. And so even if you were going to come say hi, there would have been nowhere to do it. But SNES, it's good to see you. Need a post to point people to about more details for tourney. We can't just point them to the announcement? Oh, what? Alright, well. Apparently, sometimes you win dwarves. You're just doing nothing.